Hey everybody, I'm Melissa Compton, founder of Change Planet. I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk to you guys about something that is very important to any organization who is advocating for the legalization of medicinal marijuana. Now, before anybody freaks out, this will not come as a surprise to anyone who knows me now, but it may come as a surprise to some of those who used to know me. I am an active advocate for the legalization of medicinal marijuana, not only in the state of Kentucky, but every state and on a federal level. Now that we have that out of the way, let's move on to what I really wanted to talk to you guys about. And that is the importance of getting a patient testimonial release consent form. The reasons for this is really twofold. One is going to be fairly obvious. The other one probably not so much. So let's start with the obvious reason you want to get a release consent form. For a lot of states, medicinal marijuana is not legal. And on a federal level, it's not legal, period. So therefore, there can be numerous ramifications and implications for anyone who does any type of testimony as far as medicinal marijuana, whether they talk about the benefits for them or anything else. The second reason is probably not as obvious because it's probably something a lot of organizations and individuals don't think about. I just happen to think about it because I spent the last 24 years in healthcare. And that is, we are on some level dealing with HIPAA compliance issues. Now, before anybody screams, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a pharmacy, I'm not this, I'm not that, you are absolutely right. However, we need to keep in mind, HIPAA was written and implemented in 1996, well before we ever had anything like this going on as far as advocating for something like medicinal marijuana, where we were taking patient testimonials. So HIPAA says you can't, you have to protect PHI, or private health information and things, diagnoses and things of that nature. If you think about what we're doing, when we do these testimonials, audio, written, video, we are identifying the person, whether we're giving their name or not. If we're doing a video, you can tell who I am just sitting here if you know me. We are giving where that person lives, maybe not the exact street address, but their city, sometimes state, their county. And we are, of course, releasing their diagnosis or diagnoses because in the course of the interview questions, we are talking about their ailments and how medicinal marijuana can benefit them. So we have to be extremely careful, and experts across the country agree. We are dealing with a very gray area here because of what we're doing and how we're going about it, and we don't know what laws are going to change and what's going to happen and how this is going to be addressed by the people who administer the HIPAA laws. So over the course of the past, 7 months that I've been doing this, I've worked with maybe about 10, 15 organizations across the country on creating release consent forms. And it's just a simple one-pager that talks about the purpose of the document, what they consent to allowing you to release, if you can release their name, their right to revoke the release and what that entails and how they do that, and then they sign it and you keep a copy on file. The reason we have to be careful with how we do things and processes is there are people out there, and we all know this, whether we're in different states or what, it doesn't matter. We're all in this fight together. We all face the same things, and so we help each other out. But we all know that no matter where we are, there are naysayers especially that are watching everything we do, every move we make, to see if we are just disorganized, unorganized, if we are making mistakes, any little hole they can find to just push through and just stop us dead in our tracks. Or we can show them that we have our ducks in a row. We know what we're doing. We know what we're dealing with. We are professional, and we're not going to make mistakes. So if you're an organization out there and you are not using a form like this, if you are an individual who works for an organization or advocates for an organization who is not using a release like this, then feel free to visit changeplanet.com. I have a services inquiry page that you can go to, and you can submit an inquiry to me. Just in the drop down, choose advocacy, and just put in the subject line or put a quick note that you need help with the release form and creating one, and then I'll tell you how to use it, how to explain it to your patients where you're getting the testimonials and things like that, and leave me your contact information out there, or we can talk on email, it doesn't matter, and I will help you get this release form created so that you can start using it going forward with your patients. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. I'm sure we'll be doing another podcast tomorrow or Monday, or maybe today. I don't know. I'm spontaneous like that. So until our next podcast, remember, we're all in this together. Be a change maker. Create a better tomorrow. Peace out.